Ruby Franke, a YouTuber followed by millions of followers, hid a disturbed personality behind her appearance. So after the dizzying success she had in 2020, incredible episodes that happened in her house came to light. Welcome to the channel. Today I will tell you a shocking story that has shocked the world of YouTube and beyond, the case of Ruby Franke, a famous American YouTuber who became known for her videos dedicated to the family, but who today finds herself at the center of very serious accusations. After having built a media empire based on the appearance of a perfect family life, the reality that has emerged is anything but idyllic. Ruby was arrested on charges of mistreatment towards her children, an accusation that has left millions of viewers in disbelief. But what is hidden behind the scenes of this dramatic case? What signals have been ignored? And what can we learn from this sad story? Stay with me to discover all the details and the latest news on this shocking story. Before starting, I invite you to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss other insights into the most controversial and mysterious cases. Now let's get to the heart of the story. Ruby is a successful woman. On YouTube, she appears as a loving mother of 6 children. But after a neighbor reported her and the investigation began, shocking details continued to emerge. The 41-year-old American mother was arrested on August 30th, 2023, and charged with aggravated child abuse for the mistreatment of her 6 children. Abuse carried out in front of the eyes of 2.5 million followers who followed her on her YouTube channel dedicated to the life and education of what appeared to be a typical middle-class Mormon family with beautiful blonde children who lived in the suburbs in the state of Utah. Franke, a housewife, ran the channel 8 Passengers, now closed, with her engineer husband, from whom she's been separated for 13 months, and his partner, the 54-year-old therapist, Jody Hildebrand, who was also arrested on charges of child abuse. Franke was quick to share her educational methods on the channel, saying that her punishments included denying her children food and personal space, forcing them to do push-ups and skipping school to clean the floor when they misbehaved, denying them Christmas presents, or taking away her eldest son's bed for 7 months. But according to police documents obtained by American media, there was more. It emerged that Hildebrand used chili peppers and honey paste to dress the wounds inflicted on Franke's 2 youngest children, who were hospitalized after the 2 women's arrest. And that teenager Chad was sent to a behavioral re-education camp in the middle of the desert for 2.5 months to develop more maturity. Additionally, a police report from a search of the Franke family home revealed tools used by the woman to punish her children, and the 12-year-old son told investigators that Hildebrand had tied him up with rope and duct tape. Officers described the boy as emaciated and abnormally thin and weak. The abuse came to light thanks to the 12-year-old, who managed to free himself, escaped through a window and asked a neighbor for water and food. The man, suspicious of the tape still around the child's ankles and wrists, called the police. Sherry, the eldest daughter, wrote "finally" on Instagram when the police arrested her mother on August 30th, 2023. The nightmare could have ended much earlier, however, if the local authorities had not closed the case due to insufficient evidence after repeated reports from many users and a petition to alert social services. The arrests marked the end of a long and controversial YouTube career. Franke had amassed more than 2 million subscribers on her channel 8 Passengers, which she launched in 2015. It was a boom time for parenting vloggers, and Franke told a local station that filming her family helped her live in the moment and enjoy the kids. Her videos showed a typical suburban Mormon family homeschooling, cooking, eating, and chatting together. But fans became suspicious in 2020 when one of her children said he had been forced to sleep in a sleeping bag for 7 months. YouTube viewers have dug into her archives and highlighted other disturbing and controversial methods Franke used, including refusing food, threatening to cut off a stuffed animal's head, and cancelling Christmas as punishment. A fan petition calling for an investigation garnered thousands of signatures, and Utah's Child Welfare Agency was called in. Franke and her husband initially dismissed the criticism, saying some of their videos had been taken out of context. But the channel began to decline in popularity and was deleted in 2022, the same year Franke and her husband separated. Franke then began appearing in YouTube videos posted by Hildebrand, a counselor and life coach, on her website, Connections Classroom. Off camera, however, the YouTuber's children were subjected to even more severe abuse. Those included tying them up, hitting them and kicking them, not feeding them, and forcing them to work outside in the summer without sunscreen, resulting in severe sunburn, according to police. In a plea agreement, Hildebrandt said she tortured the children and was aware of the abuse, including forcing one of Franke's daughters to jump into a cactus multiple times. She told her children they were evil and possessed and needed to repent. Franke's ex-husband, Kevin Franke, asked through his attorney before the hearing for the maximum sentence and called the abuse his children suffered horrific and inhuman. Ruby appeared in court alongside her former business partner Jody Hildebrandt, 54, who received identical sentences. The judge sentenced them to 4 terms ranging from 1 to 15 years each for a total of 60 years. The sentences are the maximum for each charge under Utah law. The time each will serve was determined by the state parole board. In court, Utah attorney Eric Clark said 2 of Franke's children, then aged 9 and 11, were living in a concentration camp-like environment and called it a significant threat to the community. The children were routinely denied food, water, beds to sleep in, and virtually any form of entertainment, Clark said. After her sentencing in February 2024, Franke broke down in tears in the courtroom. She apologized to her children and said, "I was so confused that I believed that darkness was light and right was wrong. I was led to believe that this world is an evil place, full of police officers who control, hospitals that cause harm, government agencies that brainwash you, church leaders who lie and indulge in lust, husbands who refuse to protect you, and children who need to be abused." The 2 women were arrested in August 2023 after Franke's malnourished son climbed out of a window at Hildebrandt's home in Ivins, Utah. Police said the boy ran to a neighbor's house and asked for food and water. According to police documents, he had cuts from a rope he was tied to. And so, the case of Ruby Franke leaves us with many questions. How could all this have happened before the eyes of so many people? How dangerous can the image of perfection that is often constructed on social media be? This story teaches us the importance of looking beyond appearances and not ignoring warning signs, especially when it comes to the safety and well-being of the most vulnerable, like children. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. Let me know in the comments what you think and what you think of the role of social media in situations like this. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and share it with anyone who might be interested in this story, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more insights on current events, mysteries, and crimes. See you soon. On to the next story.